WTL.
And welcome back, everybody, to WTL. Where's the Line? I'm your host, Andy Klassen, joined by
JaBron.
the Parlay
You got
Pounder.
it. You got it. Got to bring her home now.
Yes, we do. We got to finish strong.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we talked a little futures, had
Yep.
some fun there.
Yep, for sure.
Talked some NFL wildcard weekend. Then we talked some matchups, then UFC Fight Night.
Correct.
Now, let's finish with the main NFC games. We're going to also talk an AFC matchup that everyone's got their eye on. But let's start up in Minneapolis, where the Vikings are hosting the Giants.
Yeah.
And the Vikings are only, I say only, a 3-point favorite here.
Yeah, Andy. These two teams have one obvious thing in common, and that is their ability to win close games. Mm-hmm. The other thing that they have is if they get down, it's a blowout. Yeah. So I do think this is one of the more intriguing matchups of the wild card weekend.
Yeah.
Like we were saying with
you wouldn't be surprised if the Vikings won by 17 points.
Definitely not. But I could obviously see the Giants blowing out the Vikings because the Vikings have lost at home big this year as well.
This is the playoffs, though.
It is the playoffs.
This is the playoffs.
But the Vikings have been fighting all year long.
Jefferson wouldn't let that happen to me. Jefferson.
I've seen him get locked down before. But
I mean, Minnesota's 1-4 against the spread their last 5 games.
Yeah.
That doesn't bode a lot of confidence
for sure
for me. And I've been a Minnesota guy
for
all
sure.
season
I think
long.
we both have. Yeah.
But yeah, I got burned with when Dallas kicked the snot out of them. Even with those most of their wins, they weren't covering.
No.
They weren't covering the point spread.
They come back. They beat them by, whatever. But the Vikings posted an outstanding record, like I just said, 11-0, decided by one possession. While they're
13-4.
Yeah.
That's a great freaking record, but people aren't going to get over it.
No, it's the NFL, and people want you to blow stuff out. The one thing I will say, Andy, is the over-under sitting at 48.5, and I do think that hits. I think that hits probably midway through the fourth quarter. I think that hits.
You really think Danny Dimes can help you get there?
Oh, yeah.
Danny Dimes?
Yeah, I do. They're going to score. The Giants are going to score, and they're going to push the Vikings to be good on offense, which we know they can be.
Right.
And I really think this ends up 32-28 Vikings.
All right, fine. This is a little bit on the cusp for me, but all right, I'll buy it. I'll go with the over just because, for whatever reason, Minneapolis, they do some bizarre things.
Yeah.
But at home here, I think they're going to defend home in the playoffs and put up some serious points. You were at a game a couple years ago where it was just back and forth. And I think a touchdown was scored with 0 seconds.
0 seconds, right? Minneapolis Miracle. But no, the total has hit the over in 6 of Minnesota's last 7 games overall, as well as 4 of its last 5 games played in January. So I really think it's going to happen. I really think the Vikings are going to come out with some fire, with some offensive firepower. But I do believe that Saquon and Danny Dimes can put up some, at least probably 21 points in this game to push that over the hill.
All right, give me the Vikings. Give me for the straight up win. Give him cover, and I'm going to go over. Why not?
There you go.
The playoffs. I got to go big here.
I mean, the Minnesota Vikings at minus 160 money line is a good bet as well.
I think so. So that's going to be a kickoff on the Fox Network at 3:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Let's run on over to the AFC here.
Let's do it.
This game had so much intrigue to it until the news came down that Lamar Jackson was not going to play.
Yep.
The Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals, and the line reflects that. -8. Cincinnati's an 8-point favorite here.
I mean, this is just a mirror, I believe, of the NFC matchup, the Seahawks versus the 49ers.
Tua's not playing.
Or no, it's a divisional game. It should be one of the best, touted games of the weekend, but there's just no zip on this. There's no zip on the Seahawks trying to beat the 49ers, and there's no zip with the Ravens trying to beat the Bengals. It's not going to happen. The Bengals should be I believe they should be favored by probably 14 with a backup quarterback coming in. So I really like the Bengals -8.5 right now. Is that what you said you have it at?
Yeah, yep.
And, I really like the Bengals to cover the multiple scores.
That's an NBC kickoff at 7:15 Central Standard Time. What about that 40.5 total?
Yeah, that's where it kind of gets a little muddy for me, Andy. I do probably believe that it does go over just because I think the Bengals are going to push 30 in this.
Probably.
So I'll go with the over. I think I have the Bengals winning 28-19 here.
It's just that Baltimore is so sorry on offense. And 5 of the last 6 games, I think, has hit the under.
It has.
I mean, it's bad.
Yeah.
They're a bad offense.
Yeah. That's definitely not my best bet is to go with that over, but my best bet is take the Bengals by those 8.5 points.
Okay.
I would just lean towards the over if I was going to, just because I believe that Joe Burrow is going to put up 30 points.
Well, then I'll lean towards the under.
There you go.
Because I just looked it up with Cincinnati. They, I think, 4 of their last 6 has hit the under.
Yep.
And I think they're going to get out to an early. They're going to come out with their hair on fire.
I think so.
They're going to take control of this game and put her in cruise control. I mean, we might not even see Joey B. With 3 minutes left in the game, they might give him a little break there.
Well,
guard him against.
Let's hope so.
Injury.
That means they're probably covering.
Yeah, I think 8.5. They got that.
Yep,
they got that.
I believe so. Go Bengals.
Alrighty. So let's move on out to Tampa Bay.
Monday night,
ESPN 7:15 kickoff. Dallas Cowboys have to run out to play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Buccaneers have a losing record.
Yeah.
But they are hosting a playoff game. You called this like 3 weeks ago. You said, get over it, everybody.
Yeah.
The GOAT, Tom Brady, is going to host a playoff game, and he's probably going to win one well. I don't know if there could be a more conducive spot right now with the way Dallas is playing for Tom Brady to sneak out another playoff win right here, right now.
Yeah, I think it's just lining up for him. I really do. The Cowboys are so underwhelming right now, Andy.
They are the favorites by 2.5 is what I'm looking at.
They are the favorites, and I believe that's just trying to get Dallas Cowboy fans on board with losing money because I do believe that the best bet is the plus 120 money line for the Buccaneers. If you want to grab the points, go ahead. Buccaneers are winning this game. Take the money line.
You just think the sports books are trolling Dallas fans?
I do. And I'm trolling them too.
Oh, my God. Dallas had a good season, okay? They're 12-5 here.
Yeah.
They had an impressive win up in Minnesota.
Yep.
They took down the Vikings. I mean, they're that's what you expect, or that's what you have come to expect, when you read the newspapers and all that jazz.
Yep.
Watch ESPN.
Yeah.
Or whatever. You think Dallas is this offensive juggernaut that's just going to steamroll people, and they did that a couple of times this year.
They definitely did.
And they have a nice record, unlike Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay plays in the worst. Okay, can we agree on that? They play in the worst division?
I think they played up to their competition this year. I really think if Tom Brady had to win more games, I think they would have. But they just sat there with the Panthers, with the Saints, with the Falcons all year. If I believe if the Panthers would have had a winning,
brought them down.
I believe if the Panthers had a winning record, Tom Brady would have had a winning record. So I really see that they just weren't pushed this year. The Cowboys are lackluster as of late. Just lost to the Commanders in a convincing bad loss to the NFC East rival Commanders. I really think that Tom Brady's going to light him up. I really think he's going to light him up.
You just have that feeling, huh?
Yep.
Oh, man. I mean, everything tells me that you're right here, but I'm just looking at this like Dallas should be able to pull this off. Win by a field goal.
Yeah.
My God, you're 12-5.
Or lose by one.
They probably will. But Dallas had to play Philadelphia twice.
Yep.
And we made the argument earlier that Philadelphia might be the best team in the league.
They could be.
Yeah. Okay. So
I don't believe so, but you could make the case for sure.
There's no shame in losing to those guys. Is what
Definitely
I'm saying.
no.
Giants are also in the playoffs.
Yep.
We don't give the Giants any credit, but they're in the playoffs.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And here's Tampa Bay with a losing record.
Yeah.
And they had to play the likes twice. Saints. You
Panthers,
just ran
Falcons.
The Panthers.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm going Dallas. Give me Dallas. That makes me sick to my stomach.
Yeah. I mean, but if you want to pick them and use it as your miss next week, that's fine with me. No,
it feels like that.
It does feel like that. The Cowboys, in general, are 0-7 against Tom Brady lifetime.
Yeah.
Brady is not about to lose his last final game against the Dallas Cowboys in the playoffs at Tampa Bay. This is too easy.
There's been a lot of those Brady-type records broken this year, and I think it's because he held on for one too many years or whatever.
Well, he's not done yet.
He's not done yet, and he's in the playoffs, but he's in the playoffs with a losing record. What about that total at 45.5?
Yeah, I do believe that this is probably going to be a little hard to get to. Mm-hmm. So I would probably lean towards the under here, Andy, just because.
Talking about you're an overs guy.
Yeah,
you went against your over instinct last week.
Yeah, I did, but I have the Buccaneers winning this 24, Cowboys 21, which puts it right there at. And 45, which I would lose by half a point.
And Dallas, their defense is getting healthier, right? Their guys,
for sure.
Their guys are coming back. I think they've been resting some of those guys.
Yeah.
Van Der Esch, is he back? Let me.
I don't even know. It doesn't matter who's on this team anymore to me.
Oh, come on, gee whiz.
No,
I don't see him.
You're not going to convince me.
I don't see him. Oh, he is. He's questionable with the shoulder.
He'll probably play.
He'll play. They're getting him back.
Yep.
They're just keeping everybody in limbo here, thinking they can do that. All right, you got a parlay play.
I do. I got a player prop parlay. 3 people, starting off with the GOAT, Tom Brady of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, will have over 1.5 passing touchdowns in this game.
Okay, all right.
Kenneth Walker of the Seattle Seahawks will have under 60.5 rushing yards against that stout San Francisco 49ers.
Yep.
I believe that they stop him early and kind of lock him out of that. And then the third piece to this, Travis Etienne Jr. of the Jacksonville Jaguars will have over 75.5 rushing yards. Those 3 players, put them all together, risk 20 to bring back $100.
I knew it was going to be pretty good odds, especially when you got that ETN in there.
I just believe
he's had a couple clunkers.
Yeah, he has, but I do believe they're going to run wild against that defense. So,
all right, I can buy that. I can buy that, and for a fun little parlay like that, why not? That's
not
what it's all
risking
about.
A lot, but you can get that 100 back in your pocket. I like all 3 of these plays a lot. So Brady over touchdowns. Kenneth Walker under on rushing yards. Travis Etienne over on rushing yards.
They all make sense to me. All righty,
thank you.
That will do it for the Parlay Pounder and myself, Andy Klassen. Be sure to follow us on YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok to receive our daily picks on TikTok and all of our video content on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's kind of taken off. And
it is.
That's been a lot of fun to watch and grow. And, we had all those little graphics and
for sure
music and stuff.
It's a lot of fun. And we've been hitting some winners as of late.
Yes, we have. For JaBron, the Parlay Pounder, I'm Andy Klassen. Thanks for listening. This has been WTL.